Hello, guys. Welcome to the ninth episode of this series, Programming with Python. So, in this episode, we are going to look at list. Okay, then the next episode we look at tuples. Then the next one to sets and also dictionaries. Okay, good. So we'll begin with list. So list is basically an array. Okay, so an array is a collections of data or values. Okay, so earlier on I gave one example. I don't know if you guys could remember. I said something like we want to name the members in a class. Okay, if we have 10 members, we could have, let's say, member one. Okay, or member one equal to so so and so, then the name will come. We have member two, member three, up to the last member. But in a case where we have more than 10 members, it becomes so ambiguous for us to handle. So in a scenario like this, we shall need what we call an array. So list is an array, a type of array in let's say Python. Good. So I'm going to have a list variable of fruits. Okay, then I'll put this square bracket. That's how we define a list. Then I'll put apple, mango, banana, and okay, I'll leave these three over here. Good. Then if I print it, the type of it of fruits, I'm supposed to get a value of list over here, a class of list. Good. So that is one way that we could generate list. Now, some features of list is that lists are ordered. Okay, they are ordered. That means that this guy always comes first before this guy, before that guy. That is banana. So we do this when we get to assessing these values in the list. Okay, we will look at it into that broader picture. Now we can do a lot with the list. So we can have length, okay, fruits. Then we run the code. We have three. That means we have three members in the list. Okay, good. Now, another way that we could create a list is using the list constructor. Okay, the list constructor. So we could say that new fruits equal to list. Okay, constructor. Then we define our list. So I'll copy these guys and I'll paste them there. Okay, so we have our list. So we could print type then new fruits. So I'll run this code, then I have list over there. Good. So we can either go this way or that way. Both of them will work. Good. Now, list can contain different, I mean, data type, mixture of data type. So I can have, let's say, high list. Okay, then I could put number, I could put integer and float, boolean, string, let's say high. Okay, good. This is a valid list. So I could print high list. Okay, it will give me a list. It's still a list. When you print out list, it's still a list. Okay, good. So it can contain mixtures of data types. Now we are going to look at how to access list. Okay, how to access list. Now I want to print banana, this banana, only banana from the list. Now to achieve that, we have to use what we call the slicing, okay, or indexing, rather indexing. Okay, I said earlier on that in programming we start counting from zero. So we have, this one is going to have index of 0, 1, 2. So the index of banana is going to be 2. So we can say print, okay, then fruit, then we put 2 over there. When we run it, we'll have the value of banana. Okay, so it will display as the data type of it. So you see, we don't have the bracket around it. So this is a string. We are getting a response of a string. Now we can slice it. Okay, so let's say I could add let's say watermelon. Okay, good. Then I'll run this. So if I will say that start from 1 to 2, okay, start from index 1 and then add index 2. So let's see. Okay, so we have mango over there, which is a list. Okay, now like how we did it previously, dealing with string. Okay, we want to check if um a character or a value exists in a string. To do that, we could say that we could use if statement. We can say that if, okay, banana, if banana, okay, in fruits, okay, in the list, if banana in the list, then print yes. Okay, that means yes, banana exists in the. So we have yes, banana exists. Now we could have an else statement saying that else, okay, print no. Okay, in case banana is not there. So let me add another a here, or let me change it at all. Let's say um something like this, right? So no, we have no because this guy does not exist over here. Okay, so that's a way to check if we have something in the list. Now I'll get rid of this. Cool. Now we want to change the value. Okay, we want to change the value of a particular item in the list. Let's say we want to change mango to orange. So to do that, what we can do is we need to know the index of that particular value. So I could say that fruits, okay, fruits, then the index of mango is 1, 0, 1. So I'll put 1, then equal to, okay, it's equal to orange, orange. So when I say print fruit, okay, I'm going to get apple orange instead of mango. Okay, good. Now we can also change within a range. We can make these changes within a particular, range. So I could say that here I could add column 3. Okay, good. Then we change, in this case we have to make it a list. Okay, then orange, comma, um then let's say pair. Then I could run this. Now you see index 0, 1, 2, okay, has been changed to orange and pair. It has changed it. That is when we want to do that within a particular range. Now we could also use insert. Okay, we can use insert. Now this is how we can use the insert. I'll clean this guy. Then we can call the fruit, then dot, okay, insert. It's a method. It's a method related to the list. Now, when we say a method is basically a function that resides in a class. Now, when we get to object-oriented programming, I will extensively explain this whole concept. Okay, good. So it's a method of the list. Okay, good. So we can say that I want to insert into what position, in what index. Okay, can put index 2. I want to change index 2. I want to insert something there. Then I will say watermelon. Okay, when I run this, perfect. So I have two watermelon, this guy here, and to insert this here. So you see the mango still exists, okay, but just that this one has been inserted, has been what added to the list. Now we can also use the append, okay. So append, then append, let's say, I don't know what to say. Let's say new fruit, okay, new fruit. Then I'll add it. Now, this one, it will add it from the last item. Append will add from the last item, but with the insert, we can specify where to add this particular, item. Now, one good thing about list is we can extend a list. Okay, we can extend a list. So, what do I mean by extending a list? So, I intend to have three lists here. I intend to have three lists here. Then I'll have, let's say, new fruit, okay, equal to the, sorry, equal to, let's say, watermelon. Then we have pear. Then we have orange, okay, orange, okay. So what I can do is that I can say that fruits, okay, dot extend, okay, then new fruits. So let's run this and let's see. So we have what? We have been able to combine these lists. Okay, so apple, mango, banana, watermelon, pear, and orange. We've extended, in other words, concatenated the list. Now we can also look at the other side of it, that is removing a list. Okay, so I could, let me do this here. I could say remove, okay, then I'll put, let's say, apple. Remove apple from the list. Okay, so let me oh, fruits, mango. Let's see. All right, let me do that above, then I'll print it. That would be more easier. So I will say fruits dot remove apple, right? Then I'll run it. Then apple is gone. We don't have apple inside it. Okay. Now we can also use pop. Okay, we can say pop. Now with the pop, we don't identify the value, but then the index. So I want to remove mango, and the position of mango is 1 because 0 1, right? Then I'll run it. Then mango is gone. Okay. Now we could delete a list. Okay, we could delete a list with the delete, um okay, the delete this thing to take this guy out. Then we could also clear a list. So here I could say that fruits dot clear. Okay, then I'll run it. to clear the list. Now we have an empty list. Good. So it's getting more interesting. It's getting more interesting. Now, what we are going to look at is how to iterate, how to loop between this particular list. Okay. So the first approach, we are going to use a for loop. Then we look at list comprehension. Okay, good. So the shorthand for loop is list comprehension. Okay, so using for loop, um, we could say that for I in fruit, okay, for I in fruit, okay, print I. So now what this code is going to do is that if we are going to take the I, then we assign the I to Apple. Okay, then we come here and check if Apple is inside the fruit. If that's the case, we print the fruit. Okay, so I is going to assign to Apple, and we check if Apple is inside the fruit, then we print Apple. Then it will run again. Then I is going to be assigned to mango. Check if mango inside the list of fruit. If it is, then we run or we print what? Mango in that order. So at the end of the day, we are going to what? Print all of them until they are exhausted. There's nothing again to print. Okay, if there's another, if there was rather, sorry, if there was another how do you call it, element inside this um list, it won't have stopped at banana. You get it? Good. Now we can achieve this same thing. We can achieve this same thing with a shorthand called list comprehension. So what we could do is that we could have a list, okay, like this. Then we say print I, okay. Then we could say for I in fruit, okay, for I in fruit. That is it. Okay, it's the same thing as the code before. Okay, we have the same um output. So this is the shorthand form for the one we wrote earlier using the for loop. Okay, now I'm going to use this list comprehension again. So I'm going to say that for, okay, I in fruits, okay, for I in fruits. Now before that, I'm going to have a new list here for new fruit, or it's going to be empty. Okay, it's going to be an empty list. Now I'm going to check if, let's say, the value of a, okay, in I, the value of a in I. Now this is the I, and this I is going to be assigned to the individual element, okay, individual members of this list. So I is going to be assigned to apple, at the same time assigned to mango, at the same time assigned to banana. Okay, so if a in a list, so let me put something, let's say um something, let me put something, because there's no a in this something, right? Good. Then I could say that new fruit, okay, dot append, okay, I, okay, dot append I. Now at the end of the day, I will get out of the loop, okay, get out of the loop. Then I could say print new fruit. Initially, remember that this fruit is empty, okay. So let's run this and see. All right, so we are going to get apple, mango, banana. Now the something did not come because there's no a in something. So if I decide to, let's say, n, put a here, we are going to get all the elements again. Good. So that is the basic and requisite understanding of loops. So our next video, I'm going to look at tuples. Okay. So see you in the next tutorial. Don't forget to subscribe and share. Bye bye.